Solo travel in Bali, what no one tells you but should. Solo traveling in Bali sounds like a Pinterest board dream, right? Lush rice fields, morning smoothies, temple hopping. But real life solo travel is not always aesthetic. Sometimes it's you sweating through your linen pants, trying to find a functioning ATM while your Grab driver has coasted you, inspired from a real life event. And sometimes it's eating dinner alone in a beachside cafe, wondering whether you're looking lonely or mysterious. And suddenly there is a wild freedom in it. Like suddenly you're the plan. No one else's mood to consider, no group consensus, no what do you want to eat back and forth for 40 minutes. And it is terrifying at first. But then it's kind of addicting. Because here's what no one tells you: you don't need to be fearless to do it. You don't need to be super spiritual or ultra laid back. You don't even need a perfect plan. You just need to have a little sense of direction, some decent Wi Fi, and a soft heart to be open to the chaos and clarity that Bali throws at you, or any solo travel for that matter. This video is not just about the logistics, although I've got you covered on that as well. It's about the mindset shifts, the tiny wins, and the culture shocks, and low key life lessons that hit you different when you're halfway across the world with no one else to rely on. So, if you're thinking about taking that solo leap, or you've already booked your flight and now you're panicking, breathe. This is not a tutorial, this is a travel companion in video form. Let's get into it. So, Bali was my first very solo trip. I booked it for 17 days thinking it was the perfect amount of time. But, spoiler, when the day to fly back came, I was like, nah, I'm not done yet. Because honestly, once you're here, it's hard to leave. Bali has got all kinds of energy. Want to zen out? There's yoga, meditation, and retreats for days. If you want to party, hit up Canggu or Seminyak. The nightlife's amazing there. And if you need to work, the digital nomad scene here is strong with tons of cafes and co working spots. And if you're into adventure, there's Mount Batur for sunrise hikes, surfing, island hopping, diving, snorkeling. On my first trip, I did a bit of every single thing. And honestly, I'm already back here again. I can't stay away. First things first, if you're a solo girl traveling to Bali, don't even land without joining the group. The link will be in my description. Trust me, this group is a total gem. At any given moment, it's buzzing with women from all over the world traveling solo to Bali. Planning meetups, sharing tips, warning about scams, dropping secret cafe locations, hyping each other up, looking on tips on where to rent a scooter or which yoga class doesn't feel like a cult. Just ask. The number of connections I've made through that group is wild. It genuinely transforms the solo travel experience into something that's way more connected and safe, and without compromising on your independence. And if you're worried you won't click with anyone, relax. Everyone finds their crew, or multiple. This is the unofficial sisterhood of traveling Bali babes. Cool, so now let's move on to accommodation. Bali is that place where your stay can literally look like anything. Whether you're in the mood for jungle tree houses or coastal boutique villas, spiritual hideouts or social hostels, Bali delivers every single where. I personally do a 70-30 split between private stays and hostels here, and here's why. When I want rest, privacy, or I'm in areas like Ubud where everything shuts off by 10 p.m., I lean into soulful hostels where people are sipping tea, journaling, or doing yoga together. And in louder areas like Canggu, where the energy is fast and wild, I'd rather have my own place and dip into the chaos on my own terms. I have a few hostel and B&B recommendations for both Canggu and Ubud in my description box. So if you need that, check that out. Okay, so now that I'm back in Bali again, the vibe is a bit different this time. I'm not here to just explore, I'm here to live. I'm here to co work, create, and build a life that I don't need a vacation from. This means my current priorities look like nature soaked, expansive Airbnbs which feel like a soft exhale, cafes where people are actually building something, and hostels and co working spaces filled with creators, digital nomads, or solo travelers who are here with a purpose. That energy is unmatched. It's wild how your relationship with the place changes when your intentions change. The first time I came here, I was wide eyed, looking for something new. Now I'm still in awe, but I'm grounding, building, and connecting on a deeper level. Okay, so let's speak of how you should go about planning your Bali trip. First things first, lock in your non negotiables, your soul goals. Do not overplan every single minute. Instead, pick 3 to 5 soul non negotiables that you know you will feel gutted if you leave Bali without doing. These are usually things that align with your personality, not the tourist checklist. For me, it looked like getting a tattoo in Bali. This little crescent moon right here, it's a powerful reminder of my new life. Another non negotiable for me was to get a solo sunset photo shoot by the beach. And I had a sound bath and a fun meditation class. I did a meet your future self session, which gave me chills. Then I had a full self care day: massage, nails, blow dry, face mask, dream juice. You don't know how much your nervous system thanks you while you're laying there mid-foot massage, wondering why you didn't do this months before. And get this, I also did an ecstatic dance party hosted by a spiritual DJ. Yes, that's a thing apparently. No alcohol, no drugs, only beats and breath work. At 7 p.m., I should add. And somehow it was more fun than most night outs. Your version of this might be sunrise hikes, surfing lessons, cooking classes, or temple visits. The point is, pick a few things that are 100% you. And for the rest of the itinerary, you have to be fluid. You will need space for random things like grabbing lunch with that girl you met in yoga class or joining a trek that someone casually mentioned the night before. You will get more insights from a 3 minute conversation from someone who just went rather than 30 minutes of Googling. Leave room to pivot. Just curate your non negotiables for something for your body, something for your soul, and something for curiosity. Then leave the rest of your days for spontaneous adventures, invitations, and the kind of magic that only shows up when you're not busy overscheduling yourself. Also, not everything has to be profound. You're allowed to just eat nasi goreng by the beach and scroll while the sun sets. You're allowed to cancel the plan because your gut says no. Okay, so my next tip to you is do not try to do all of Indonesia in one trip. Ubud, Canggu, Seminyak, Uluwatu, Nusa Islands, Java, Lombok, every single place here has a different personality. And it's tempting to cram it all in because you don't want to miss out. Do not fall into that FOMO trap. Choose 2 or 3 areas max if you're going for under 2 weeks. Let's talk about the invisible parts of solo travel. Like, yes, the views are great, the food slaps, and your camera roll turns into a screensaver. But what really hits are the quiet moments. Not dramatic, not performative, just real. Like sitting alone in a beach cafe, journal open with your smoothie, and realizing that you don't feel awkward. You're not waiting for someone to text, you're just there. And for the first time in a while, that's enough. Being in a country where nobody knows your job title or your ex's name, that's a portal. You're not adjusting your voice to fit a room. You are the room now. You eat when you're hungry, you skip stuff because your energy says no. There's no need to explain yourself to anyone, not even in your head. Okay, now I do have a few safety and practical tips for women traveling to Bali. Whether it's your first solo trip or the fifth, these are the tips I swear by to make your travels easier, safer, and less stressy. The first, always carry a lightweight scarf or a cover up. Especially in touristy areas, you'll come across places which are more sacred, temples, or even locals who might find certain outfits disrespectful. Having a scarf in your bag is a simple way to be both respectful and practical. It even doubles as a sarong, shade, or a beach blanket. The second thing, always carry a power bank. It sounds obvious until your battery is at 1% and you don't know the name of your guest house. You're trying to open the maps, but the sun's going down. A small power bank is peace of mind. I never leave my place without one. Third, share your live location with someone back home. Set up Apple family sharing or share your Google Live location with someone you trust. It doesn't have to be dramatic, but it gives you and your people a sense of calm, especially when you're changing accommodations or heading to a new area. Fourth, stick to well lit public areas at night. Bali is safe most of the times, but doesn't mean that you should take unnecessary risks. Avoid isolated lanes, shortcut through alleys, take a group ride home, or take a Gojek or Grab instead of just walking it at night. Fifth, be mindful with drinks and social settings. Socializing is half the fun, but just be smart. Do not accept open drinks from strangers. And if you walked away from your drink, let it go. Bali is fun, but just like anywhere in the world, there are people who don't have great intentions. Sixth, and a very important tip, do not advertise that you're completely alone. You're not lying, you're just protecting yourself. If someone asks you if you're solo, just say, my friends are joining me later. It keeps boundaries in place while still being friendly. Seventh is use crossbody or anti theft bags. Not only are they more convenient for scooters and markets, you won't believe how easy it is to forget where you put your phone or wallet when you're constantly hopping between cafes, markets, and beach spots. Keep it simple, but keep it secure. Eighth is have a list of local emergency numbers and your embassy. These are better to have it and not needed things. Save the number of your local embassy, nearby hospitals, clinics, and your accommodation in your notes app and a small journal. It keeps you grounded. Coming to the end of this video, I hope you got a bit of both the energetic and practical tips. But the part that nobody really talks about solo travel is that the views are great, yes, but the energetic upgrade is real. What would be a week's worth of experience back home somehow happens in a day here. Conversations get deep fast, you evolve fast. Bali has this way of warping time so you feel like you've lived 3 lives in one trip. You will see girls doing water cleanses at 6 a.m. and others heading in full glam to the beach club. You will wonder if you're doing Bali right, but there is no right. Your version of the trip is just as valid. Trust your pace, your energy, your way. All right, Queen, now you're armed with real deal Bali hacks that no one's spilling. Go out there, own your trip, soak up all the magic. Bali has got you, but you're the real MVP here. And if you want to catch my Bali journey, it will be on my Instagram. See you next time.